Hello YouTube wise, FIFA here coming to you today with my Let's Prepare for FIFA 18 episode number 1. Glad to be back. Sorry it's been so long. As you can see in the background, I got all these soccer stars set up in the room. I got all of them while I was abroad, so had to do a little bit of work, but let's get back into it. So what I'm going to do with this video today is give you guys two big and the most important things, actually that's going to be in the title, two most important things that I can give you to start your preparation for FIFA 18, as well as I'm going to share with you guys a couple of the goals I have for this series. And so the goals for the series so far are, first, since it's a Let's Prepare, actually prepare you for FIFA or FUT 18, whether that be if you're interested in trading, investing, competitive gameplay. I want to make sure that my videos can teach you at least one thing, hopefully a few things about what you're interested in. And if you're interested in some things that you think that I haven't been covering or anything like that, leave that in the comment section below. I'm always open to expanding the series or whatnot. And the second goal is something I've been pushing across my channel. It's kind of be my mission statement, if you will, of this channel, and that is to give you guys the tools, tips, and tricks to help you amass your FUT fortune, whether that be millions of coins or just trading up to get to that next inform. I want to help you guys reach that so we can all enjoy FUT for what it's supposed to be. You got to get those best cards or whatever cards you're looking for. I mean, without those, what's the point? So I'm going to give, in a second, I'm going to move the face cam up to the top right so that I can show you guys on the screen the things I'm actually going to talk about. But first, we're going to cover knowledge is power, which is just showing you guys some places where you can get some information. And then the next will be a little chat on patience. So I guess you'll just have to wait for that. Alright guys, so here we are on the Foothead website, but before we delve into knowledge is power, I want to say a couple things just to give you guys some context, some background to what I mean by knowledge. So smart people aren't like inherently smarter than other people. They just read and know where to find the best information available to them. And that's what I'm going to try to show you guys. They're more familiar with that, and they can make their own luck, if you will. They have information that puts them ahead of the curve, either investing or trading or whatnot, and that comes with experience or by reading. And so I'm going to show you guys some sites, some social media accounts where you can get that information ahead of time so that you can be one of those people that's on the forefront of FUT investing. And so the first thing I'm going to show you guys is this Foothead and FootWiz account or websites. Both these websites are player bases. Of course, I scrolled down, my bad. These are both player bases where you can sort players easily, and so you can look for players that might be lesser known, you know, some hidden gems that you can trade with that people will list for low open bids, buy them for low open bids, sell them for high buy nows. And these are great websites because they're easy to use and you can search all the players with these tabs above, but they also offer some good predictions, whether that be team of the week, and have little news sections down here to talk about the blend between FUT and real world. And that's something I want to touch on real quick. If you guys, that's something that you guys really do need to also follow. Like, you need to have a little bit of real world FUT knowledge to be successful, or real world football knowledge to be successful in FUT. Go ahead and follow ESPN if you're in America. I guess it's a good source, BBC. But also I have an app on my phone called FUTMOP. It shows me all the games from all the different leagues. And I can follow certain teams that I like, but I also just scroll through them, see the big leagues, see who's been scoring or whatnot. It's also what I kind of use to predict my market matchups, and that just gives you some real life information that can be applicable to features in FUT, such as those SBCs, as well as informs or special card releases. So those, again, Foothead, FootWiz, great for player databases. And then we're going to go to FootBin. This is a website that is really good for in-depth market analysis. It sounds complex, but I guess if you're trying to take your trading to the next level, this is a great website for that because they lay out some really good market stuff in easy to see fashions. You can go to this index 100. This shows you kind of the player prices trends for all the players on the Xbox. And of course, this is really good if you're trying to compare some strategies from that you used last year to this year, see if they're going to relate, or if you're looking to see, oh, did special cards go up this time last year, or what's the special card price right now on the market? Does it look low? Does it look high compared to both? So these are all three really good, really professionally done sites that give you guys information at your fingertips, easy to use, and sites that if you're going to at least take away one thing from this video, know that these are available. So the next thing we're going to move to is this Twitter, of course, right? Had to get social media involved. Twitter is great. I'm going to show you guys my feed right here because this is a perfect example. EA today released the 100 to 81st highest FUT card for FIFA 18. Really good official information from EA Sports. You want to make sure you follow all of their social media on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat, I believe. Those are all just really good sources of information and really good for before FIFA, because this is a Let's Prepare. These are great sources that you want to be looking at before FIFA starts, because this is the only place where like official news about FIFA gets released. So you want to make sure that you have this news that's not, you know, being faked or whatnot, because a lot of that stuff happens pre-FIFA 18. So make sure you're following EA's official accounts for all of their information and get that as ASAP so that you can have that edge. The next thing I want to show you guys is that there are other accounts, just personal accounts from people like Golden Bear and Foot Economist. These are all people you want to follow that are to treat Twitter as a collective. The individual mind is great, but on social media, especially in the FIFA community, a lot of people have come together to talk about strategies that are successful to them, and it's a really easy to read platform, so you can read all of this information. Brian's birthday, give him a shout out. But these are all places you can find really easy information about interesting topics, like Foot Economist can be doing some market analysis. Golden Bear is talking about Player of the Month investment. These are people you want to follow, and then hit their recommended followers as well, because they can share some information, tips, and tricks that I might not cover in my video. I might not cover in my video, but could be really useful to you. And lastly, there's some good entertainment pieces, a FUT Weekly podcast as well as FUT FM podcast. Great to just listen to if you have a lot of time. But I also want to cover, there's also great links to professional FIFA players' website, or not websites, but Twitch accounts, because Twitch is a great source for competitive gameplay. And if that's what you're interested in, these guys also are able to lay out really professional, good gameplay tips that you can help apply even if you're not trying to be a professional gameplay or a professional FIFA player. If you're just trying to do better in the weekend league, or if you're just trying to beat your friends, that was a big motivator for me, then go ahead and follow the likes of Gorilla and Vitality Rocky, the hashtag team, all really good right here. Sean Allen, Dragon, these guys are the real deal FIFA players, have been around the community for so long and are just really good at the game. And talking about being around in the community for a while, the last social media I'm going to touch on is making sure that you are subscribed to big YouTubers. Of course, I'll be plugging myself. I'm just kidding. You're watching my video already. I wish I was getting paid for sponsoring these guys, but I'm not. But you want to follow people like Bateson. You want to follow people like Nepenthes. These guys have been around the FIFA community for so long that they know a lot of good information, a lot of tips to be successful at the beginning of the game. They also talk about some inside stuff, and this is kind of what they do for a living. So it's something they're devoted to their whole time. So they really do care about FIFA and do give some good information. If their content you feel is stale, that's up to you. Don't blame me. I'm just kidding. Hopefully you can find my content. It'll be good content, whatever. But go ahead and also make sure you're following some of these other big channels. AA9 Skills, great game player, and then just they have some good FIFA content. If you're not following these guys, go ahead. It'll really help you build. They do good road to glories. I'm going to be trying to do something like that. But starting from scratch, they do the same thing, and they show you that you can be successful. So just going to wrap up that knowledge is power, just as a place for you guys to get information to then expand upon whatever realm of FIFA or FUT you want to get into. And let me know if you guys had any other tips or tricks for building your foundation. I used to watch a lot of Air Javes, a lot of Sam5000, those people, but I want to make sure that this video is short and concise enough for you guys to watch. So I'm actually going to get back into the personal face cam to talk about our last topic, which is patience. All right, guys, so the last thing I want to talk to you guys about is patience. That's the best advice I can give you, is just to be patient. What I mean by that is just, you know, I set up a bunch of things about information, things that you could follow. You can watch all the videos, read all the things you want, but at the end of the day, you're the one that's going to have to carry on. And there's definitely be some mistakes along the way. Might take you some time to figure out where it works, because you might get lucky, you might get unlucky, but if you have some patience, you will be able to build a foundation and gain any edge that you want, whether that be the trading sphere, investing sphere, or FUT, like professional FIFA gameplay. It all just takes a little bit of time, and so just make sure you have that in mind before you start FIFA. Just have a little patience. It's not the end of the world if you're not making 1 million coins in one day. Rome wasn't built in one day. I got to throw my classics background in there, of course, but And make sure that you guys are tailoring your trade styles, your investing styles, your gameplay styles to yourself, because that's the only way you're really going to enjoy FUT and FIFA. If you're doing things that you think are popular or whatnot and you don't enjoy it, FIFA's going to burn you out really quick. So make sure you're tailoring your trade styles, investing styles, gameplay styles to yourself. I'll cover that more in the next vid, so make sure you guys comment any advice, any suggestions you have. Make sure you follow me on Facebook or Twitter as well. Make sure you like and subscribe, most importantly. But I've been out for a little bit, so if there's anything you want to point out, I've already made some clear speaking errors, I'm pretty sure. Make sure you guys leave that in the comment section below, but most importantly, stay wise.